Live with local news that matters. In Sioux City, Iowa, this is ABC 9 News at 10.
And good evening. Thanks for being with us. Tonight, I'm Tim Seaman. In today's world of advanced medicine and clinical research, we're learning more about the human body than we ever knew before. But there's relatively little explanation about why, for some people, the five senses are intertwined. Jenna tells us more in tonight's top story.
What color is Wednesday? What do you smell when you hear your favorite song? Those questions might not make sense to you, but for a person with synesthesia, the world is experienced in a completely different way. More on two families living with this phenomenon in tonight's special Your Health Matters. Soren Peterson grew up assuming everyone knew that the number 2 is lime green. While you and I just see black numbers on a page, for this 8th grader, algebra homework is alive with color.
So for instance, the number 13 would be a dark blue 1 and a maroon 3.
It wasn't until his parents caught part of a TV program about the phenomenon that Soren realized what he experienced was different.
And I said, oh, well, I see like that. Right now, we don't really understand exactly what is happening in your brain or why certain people have this.
While reaching out to learn more, Soren's mom, Marcy, found a friend who could identify.
So I was so glad when I posted something and you mentioned, Gretchen, that I have that.
Yeah. Gretchen Baller and her daughter Seneca also experience the world in a different way. But for them, color is perceived not just through sight, but also taste.
I think I was making chili, a pot of chili, and it wasn't quite right, and I was tasting it. I thought, it needs more purple.
I was just like, oh, I taste them too. Like, I didn't think it was weird or anything.
Biting into a piece of fruit floods Seneca's taste buds and her other senses.
Like pink and yellow.
Seneca, Gretchen, and Soren have what's known as synesthesia. The term itself comes from Greek words meaning joined perception. It happens when one sense is simultaneously perceived with one or more additional senses.
So what you see typically is a pairing of two senses that are typically removed from one another.
Dr. Lee Baugh is an assistant professor of neuroscience at USD's Stanford School of Medicine. He did his undergraduate studies at one of the leading research institutes examining synesthesia and says it's estimated to affect anywhere from 1 in every 200 people to 1 in 2,000. So why? There's still not a proven cause, but Dr. Baugh explains one theory that's being researched now.
When we're very young, we have far more connections between neurons in our brain than we do as an adult. And through the process of development, a lot of those connections actually get severed. And people think what may be happening in synesthesia is some of those connections are remaining past those developmental points. So you have connections between brain regions that typically aren't there.
Dr. Baugh says there are up to 60 different types of synesthesia, and no two examples are exactly the same. Even with all these families have in common, their experiences are vastly different. The one exception being that they realize this seemingly strange phenomenon is a gift.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, but it's really cool.
Or you just need to learn how to embrace it.
There does seem to be a genetic link with synesthesia. Some even think it's passed down through the mother, like in the case with Gretchen and Seneca, and also more men or more women than men report having synesthesia. But there's still so much that's not known because most people don't know they have it until, well, they hear about it and think, oh, well, that's just my normal. So do you have it?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Me either.
And so many times when you hear about these types of diseases, there's something really negative. So it's something that appears to apparently doesn't really affect them other than in their own little situation.
That's a good point. Dr. Baugh brought that up too. It's not technically a condition because there's no really negative effects. It's their reality.
Very interesting. Yeah. Very, very interesting.